Hey everyone, welcome back to the Long Dark, to my little As the Dead Sleeps challenge. So we've woken up in the morning in the cave down in the ravine. Just had a little bit of a sleep, a little bit of a fire. Now, I might just chuck this piece of cedar on, or shall I chuck a stick or two on? Let's just chuck a few sticks on it for the moment. Just trying to gather the thoughts. Still going to be pretty cold out there, I think. So this is a 25-degree fire. So it would still be -6 in here without this fire. So we need the fire for the next little bit anyway. Which means it's going to be ridiculously cold, really. It's only -14 out here. We've already clicked on this. I don't know what happens if you click on it again. It says you already have it, so it doesn't really matter. No point getting too cold. No point getting too tired, running around doing ridiculous things. So still been thinking about the plan, and the plan I was operating under. That's cooked, right? It is cooked. Yeah, the plan I was operating under was that we should go to Desolation Point first, and then Timberwolf, and then backtrack through the other zones. I'm still being indecisive about it. Part of me is like, well, maybe I should go to Timberwolf first, then Desolation Point, and then back through it. It's like a big figure 8. Seems a little bit longer that way, but it's probably no different, really. It's just which direction I go, I guess. It's sort of, yeah, maybe about the same distance, I think. But, so what's going to help me more is looting parts of Desolation Point, getting through Crumbling, doing all that. Is that going to, is that going to be more beneficial for me than trying to get to Timberwolf and get all the loot on the top of the mountain? But, in terms of this challenge, if we go have a look at the map, I think the one in Timberwolf isn't actually up the top. It's like down on Crystal Lake. So you'd get there and you'd get this thing, and so well, do we summit just for the lure of the benefit, or do you just get in and get out? Who knows? So probably can't sleep for an extra hour yet. I think if we have one of these coffees, let's make sure we've got a bedroll. Have one of these coffees will help us with some heat. I just don't want to get cold on that climb. That's really the thing. I'm better off just waiting an hour and risking even worse weather. -14 out there. Maybe what we do, see if it will let us sleep for one more hour. Go do the climb fully rested. Sounds windier. Oh, blown it. I've risked it. What does it say it is out here? It's going to be like minus 30 or something ridiculous. Or -12, but out of the wind shade. Oh, -24. -27 degrees in here. So it'd be -3 in here at the moment. Ah. We would be pretty exposed on that rock too, I think. How much warmth does that get? That gives +2. What are you? +4.3. I really want warm drinks before I go. When I go, I should say. So I'm going to have to fire that up again if that's the case. Before we flee, if we don't flee now. Yeah, I think we're just going to wait here for a bit. Save all that for the moment. Let this fire go out. We'll make another quick one just before we leave, I think. Which means what I'll probably do... just see if anything else has got a little half-hour repair in it that's worth doing. I'm going to start to get a little cold now. Weather looks worse. It's -1 in here. Let's just pick that up because I just get paranoid about leaving it behind. Looks like it wants to blizzard. -18. Can we be secure it all against that rock face? I've tempted fate. I really have by staying in here. Those are surely got to be cold as anything by now. So the wind at least is blowing away from the rock face. So I think this is what I'm gonna do it now. Let's heat these drinks up. No, I won't use that. Hope that wind doesn't change direction and that the
That didn't work.
Let's just get this done, hey? Yeah, hope the wind doesn't change direction. I hope it doesn't come in colder. Just want to get out of here. Go find somewhere else to warm up.
Come on, little fire.
And make our next move. Okay. Look, we will just... we won't stay around that long. Alright. 9 minutes until burned. Wait for that one. We'll take that one. Drink one of these. Pick up the other one. Take a torch. I couldn't get it. Doesn't matter. Light this one. Get out of here. Again. Probably could have got those rose hips, but we're committed to getting out of here now. Strong headwind. Strong enough to blow me backwards, but not strong enough to blow out the torch. sure I have all the things I want. Alright, come on, let's just get against this wall and be wind protected, shall we? Because I know it's blowing straight out of this wall, but... There we go. So, put that away. Alright, here we go. Now surely we're wind protected. We're on a damn wall. Alright, we will get off here. -7. Wait for our sprint to come back. Yeah, that'll do it. Pick up all of our stuff that we've dropped at the top here. Alright, now let's get out of here. Of course it's a headwind. I want to get back to the other cave, which is where I've got some other stuff. Like I've put a couple of birch to cure. Birch saplings. So if we get blocked by this wind too much, I am going to have to sprint a little bit if it's going to be a risk of getting cold. So the wind is evil in this game. I think a few of you might have heard me complain about the wind before, but I wouldn't feel so... I don't know if it's just because of the play balancing of interloper, if the interloper wind is just scaled or something, but what bugs me is the speed that the air is moving according to the snow particle effect is not in the same proportion as how much you are pushed back. And that's a bit that irks me. It feels scaled. So I wouldn't mind being pushed back if it just felt like it was realistic for what was actually going on around me. So we'll get in here. Now this should be warm. It should be warm in here in the back of this cave now. There we go. So positive 3 degrees. I'm actually... I'll leave them down for the moment. I'm gonna sleep for maybe 3 hours. Just to get a bit more rest back. So this is really where I need to make that call about am I going to Desolation Point? Or am I going through the dam and going to Timberwolf? And now the wind is going the direction I want to go, if I want to go across there. Because yeah, sometimes getting across that trestle is a cold, cold journey. I was just going to check. Burning through those matches. Am I waiting for a perfect day, or am I just going to go with what I know? I'm going to sleep for one more hour. Or maybe I'll pass time. Fast time. Sounds like it got a little bit nicer. Should be fairly warm part of the day. -5. Alright. Made a decision. Coastal highway. Oh, we didn't get any of these cattails that are down there. The weather is currently okay. We'll have a quick look. We also didn't check that rail car. I'm not sure if I will. Grabbed a couple of those for tinder. I'm most of the way here now, so I thought I would step up here. Main nick of the weather is being okay. That's just a stone. That's still a stone. Sometimes there's coal hiding in amongst those. I don't know why I would bother picking up the piece of scrap at the moment. Okay, so there was a rope here all along. Grab that for the moment. Alright. Get over all these lumps. Oh, no, that's a big stick, not a little stick. Alright. Contemplated putting my lantern on just for a little bit of warmth. it's not the silliest idea still. Nothing back there as far as I could see. We need to get onto it with the making some mag lens fires when that's a possibility. What are you? Are you ruined? Rusty. 19%. Yeesh. Okay. Now, a little inventory check. So I dropped a bunch of those in the dam to save weight, which is a bit silly, because they are also my backup matches. And the only protection I have, because I was definitely going to go back and go through a different way. So is that a decision I'm going to live to regret? We should find more, by rights. We should find heaps of them. Now, if I want to go, I need to kind of warm up really quickly and go now. How are we off weight-wise? We're doing okay. Couple of those. Feel those warm. Alright, let's just plonk down anywhere. Alright, time to go. Excellent torch. Alright, we'll take all of those. Alright, let's go. I'm going to leave those. I'm half assuming you can get over this rock, but I don't know that for certain. No, it's stuck a little bit. Alright. So, reading through the comments, I think, according to what Pest is saying, the challenge actually takes your longest time, not your fastest time. So it is preferencing how long you do survive in this mode. At the moment I'm not necessarily going for either speed or longevity. I'm trying to sort of do it quickly in that I think the longer you hang around, the more calories you burn, the more of a pinch you put yourself in. So I think you still have to move pretty quickly. I'm still not going to preference over looting everywhere. I'm trying to still move quick, get through areas, get to destinations quickly. We'll see how that tactic works out. Still got a little tidy little stash of coal going on. We've managed to keep that going okay. Alright. Now, I did keep all that kerosene fuel, partly because I was going to fill up the lamp, but also I was planning on making a couple of really good torches once I have some actually, you don't need reclaimed for the torches, you need sticks, I think. I'll have to check. I was thinking in my head you needed reclaimed to make those, but you probably just need sticks, cloth, and the stuff. But we're not heavy, so I just grabbed it and we'll sort that out at our next stop. Okay. I'm still very, very tentative going over this. I see people like Kimioda just sprint over that, but it'll come as no surprise to people that not all of us can be Kimioda. I've never fallen off there, and I don't intend to on a Deadman-like challenge. Make sure I'm not carrying any meat before I leave the zone. It'll be loud with the waterfall on the other side, so I probably won't talk for a little bit. Alright. Still not really past the loudness of the waterfall, but it's starting to die down a little. Really planning on going to Rabbit Grove probably for the night, but did think I'd just check in here because it is currently warm. So I still haven't found a pry bar, and I think on other modes you can find one behind there. Alright, we had a nice warm run across there, so that wasn't too bad. Let's just get a nice torch. Okay, so there's a piece of beef jerky. New even. Okay. We'll pick up that because every stick is valuable. Get the feeling that that's probably the only thing I'm going to find is that beef jerky. Seems that way. Sounds like it's gotten windier. Right. I dare say Rabbit Grove will be our home for the evening. Now, on one of my early Deadman runs, I did get blizzarded into Rabbit Grove for a good 2 or 3 nights, or something ridiculous like that. But I probably wasn't very brave about leaving when I used to play it then, so we'll see. I think I probably could have crept down there, but I never go down that side. Stick with what I know. Cattails and coal, my favourite. No, one more. We're amassing a good little collection of cattails, but a couple of nights of, a couple of days of being blizzarded in, and that will get destroyed really quickly. Now I don't know if that is any better than anything I've got on. So far we've gotten fairly, well, you kind of make your own luck a little bit. I was going to say we got lucky with the weather, but, you know, it's looked pretty crappy out at certain times and we've taken some chances. Played the numbers game a little bit about when it is going to be warmed up enough to make moves at certain times, so, short story, so far so good. Wow, so much coal. Oh, I'm getting all the freaky nighttime noises now. Like that one. Alright, now we're gonna clamber up here. I have to go a bit of a long way around, I think, because otherwise can't get up that bit. So it's a little bit of a lonely looking place now that you don't get the rabbits of Rabbit Grove. Like it sort of ruins the name of it when you don't have any chance of finding the rabbits here. So I wasn't sure if there was something else. Maybe some berries, but no. Alright. So, nothing there. And we still don't have a pry bar. So there might have been some nice things in the lockers. We will never know. Just trying to double check hiding places for things. Alright. Going to just shine at me out like a little bit of a candy bar or anything? No. Alright. Well, I'm sure we could use some curtains. Oh.
I could eat a horse.
We'll feed you and give you some fluids. Alright, what can we eat? Cattails are pretty heavy. Heavier than those. But you don't seem to ever get food poisoning from cattails. Whereas you probably will from that. Look, this isn't getting any better. We're not going to get any healing anyway. Might as well eat this. We could get some cooking skill. We could actually warm up with that, but we can't travel on that if it gives us food poisoning. So we're probably just better off just taking the risk, eating it. We have antibiotics. We will just have to go and sleep straight away though, so and we have to sleep for 10 hours to cure that off, and we probably lose a little tiny piece of condition doing it. So what else productive can we do before we need to sleep? What am I doing? Going in the wrong area. Craft a few of these. I'll craft 2 more. So we can make a few of those up. We'll just eat a couple of cattails first. We'll top it up with the other dodgy stuff. Make one of them. Alright, so that's done. Probably going to get rid of all the ones from down from there. 3 of those will save a kilo. I'm still thinking about making up a couple of good torches. Because then I can trade some more weight again. Because like 3 100% torches is pretty much a you know, as good as 9 30%ers.
I could eat anything right now.
So I'll probably make up. It takes 3 sticks to build that. Okay. Make 2 of them. we'll tear down 2 of our other ones. So we've still got 3 litres of that damn stuff. So look at that. So you can tear down anything that's under, definitely under 30%. Alright. So yeah, still regretting giving away all my flares. Refuel that. Alright, moment of truth. Let's get ourselves in line with a bed. Oh, didn't get food poisoning. That's great. I'm actually starting to wonder if they accidentally turned food poisoning off, because I haven't seen anyone get it for a while. Just putting that out there. Alright. So now we're ready. Now I've not run out of fluids yet, so we'll sleep for 8. It's not proper dead man 7-hour sleeping as far as I can tell. There we go. Sounds like a wonderful day in the neighbourhood out there again. Use some of our cloth on those torches, so let's replenish the supply. Where does it live? I always forget where it lives. 10. 10's plenty. Oh, I could have been curing that. Could have been curing those. Now, we did actually have this as well. We could have been wearing that this whole time. You know what? Probably just drop that, to be honest. Didn't look at... So, they're a bit much of a muchness, this hoodie and that sweatshirt. I think they're pretty much the same. Same weight. Same everything else. Slightly better wind, but it's on the inside anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That's at 81%. You're at 80. Still a horrible day out there. We'll chuck in a little repair into the undies. Alright, now we'll just see what's going on outside. Minus 14. Trying to think about, do I make a fire? Can I get a mag lens? So we'll do that. Probably could have used some of my lamp fuel. I'll chuck on something to warm us up.
Perfect.
Oh, I guess we need to make a little tiny bit of water. So how much water do we have? Only that much. So we'll try and make up a little bit more. You guys are getting warm at least. Put on a little bit more water. What I'm probably going to do is leave a lot of the rest of the cattails in Bear Creek for we won't be coming back this way actually, so there's a, if we end up going through the mine to Timberwolf, let me just actually make up a little bit more water. It's coming in windy, but we might have to flee any minute now. Extra. I think we're going to get out of here. Should be able to get down to the fishing village without copping it too badly. Not worth stopping. Alright, so there's a bunch of cattails there if we feel like we're getting desperate on the way back out. Now, the fishing village lately is a little bit wolf infested since the update. So, it's not necessarily a straightforward thing to be in and out and mucking around there.
I'll take it.
So do I actually have... don't have any leather. We had plenty of shoes we could have torn down, but we did not.
I'll take it.
I've got a soda so far. Thing there. Crouching going out of the door in case of magical bear. Now, just going to poke my head over here. I don't see a wolf. Doesn't mean it's not there. Okay, I see you. Can of dog food, maybe? Dog food.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Dusty dog food. Let's see, what's that? Candy bar. Stale candy bar. Okay. I don't think there's really anything else in here for us. Oh, that was a big leap to the side. We've got 2 rocks in case we need them. Oh, it's a ridiculously cold day out there, it seems. Okay. Thing there. Sounds like it might have got a tiny bit nicer.
Hope nobody
Sewing kit.
needs this anymore.
Okay. So let's have a look here. I think I'm happy to eat these. Because they're heavy for the amount of calories. As much as I usually like hoarding them on interloper. And how are we off thirst wise? So we should be able to get some thirst out of that. Wasted about a quarter of that, but because we could have got a little bit better benefit. So I wonder if I could sleep, but I can also anything else. Can repair some more. I wasn't repairing some of this in case something got a little bit better, but sort of waiting for it to sound a bit nicer out there. Now this is not as good on the wind at the moment. It's a little tiny fraction warmer according to this thing. We'll keep hold of them until we get something to repair them with. where I'd like to go is probably to Jackrabbit Island or Misanthropes. It's warmish out. Now when I've seen the wolf here, it's usually been hanging around this dock. I'd rather not waste a flare on it if I don't have to. Jumping at shadows now. There is the extra free soda over there, but I think I want to avoid the cold more than I want to. Get those extra calories. Okay, so there's a wolf just there. By just there I mean just above the gun there. Little tiny speck might be compressed out by the time it goes on YouTube. I don't think I really need that many whetstones. Some extra matches would actually be the go. Down to 8, I think. Last count. Just glancing around for some popping wolves. So there's one just the other side of this fishing hut. So not sure. I think he's far enough away from the fishing hut to not see us. Maybe. It's kind of going the same direction. Alright, we got some weather coming in. It's coming in cold. These have been a bit of a bust so far. Okay, some real weather coming in now. Actually didn't grab that piece of cloth, so I'll grab that. What does it think it is? Minus 10 now. Most of it's wind. I don't normally get up this way. There's no rabbits, so I would like to think that that means the wolf doesn't get lured up here, but that could still be anyone's guess. Alright. Now, I am actually going to light this thing up. Should actually be running around with it to help with an extra bit of warmth, but so far I haven't been in too much danger of... Just trying to look under things. Getting too cold, thankfully. Crackers. Hey, don't extinguish, thank you. So I haven't seen any tea. Herbal tea in this mode so far. I guess I figure you don't need the rest. Alright.
I think I can use this.
Don't think I can use any of those. Not really. Another pair of underpants or some good socks would be nice. Prefer the underpants. Alright, doesn't look like it. Okay, so... Just going to investigate the weight. So we're over now. Drop you. Drop you. I don't really know if I need all this other stuff so much, to be honest. I actually thought you could use that as a fire starter, but it hasn't been popping up as an option. So I'm just going to drop it. It's half a kilo. I haven't been dropping those anywhere to cure when we've been sleeping, which has been bad. How cured are they? 31%. Time of the day is it? It's getting on. It was cold out there. We could probably get to misanthropes okay. Do I really need any of this malarkey? Not that I think a wolf will be straight out here, but you never know. It's sunny, but it'll be freezing cold in the wind. Come on. A fire striker would be actually fairly welcome. You got nothing for me, man. Alright, come on. Wondering how much we can push. Oh, we're already well over on this episode time. I lost track completely. So we'll get up here into Misanthropes, and I think we'll call it an episode. Apologies for going over, everybody. Got a little bit too engrossed in all the activity. Nothing. Alright. Fortunately, a bit of a slowing headwind. Oh, headwind. Oh, we've missed you. Alright, well, so I've got in here, we're well over time on the episode. We'll just call it the end here. We'll pick it up in the next one when we loot this and figure out if there's just enough time in the day to maybe make it through to crumbling, but we'll see how we go. But thanks for stopping by, and see you in the next adventure.